going on over here, right? This is kind of the final rejection, right? So we want to know what's going on over here. Now, when we go to the 8as or the order flow footprint charts, what we can see over here, very interesting, before we see the markets really rallying higher, I want traders to focus on what you see here and what you see over here. This here is very interesting. So within every green candle, you can have sellers or aggressive sellers, right? This is kind of a new concept, a novel concept I want traders to understand, right? You can have a green candle with sellers, right? That sounds counterintuitive, but let me explain. And think about what that means. Now, we have a green candle over here, and we actually had a lot of sellers within this region of the zone, right? So again, this is the zone, and what we see is we see aggressive sellers over here. And I want you to pay attention to this particular red delta. Again, red delta, negative delta, means there's more aggressive sellers than buyers, right? 115 for 17, right? That's roughly almost 100 more. 100 more aggressive sellers than aggressive buyers, right? These aggressive sellers failed to break below the zone, right? Because we can see now the passive sellers have failed, and now these aggressive sellers are also failing. So what does that tell you from an order flow perspective, right? So from an order flow perspective, that basically shows you, I want traders to look at this wick, right? Look at this wick. I want traders to focus on red delta, red delta, red delta. We see a lot of negative delta within this area, right? We also see 3 0 prints, right? 4 for 0, 2 for 0, 2 for 0. We see 3 0 prints. And so when you see 0 prints, it means the auction has been wiped out. It means there's no aggressive buyers and sellers both trading at that level. In fact, we saw a huge amount of selling volume, right? We saw a huge amount of aggressive sellers that failed to drive price lower. There was an absorption of sellers. It is the absorption of sellers and the failure of sellers that creates a demand area. And that is the main kind of purpose, the market, that's the main reason, sorry, the market moved higher. So what we saw